All right, we're back. This is part 2, episode 34. We're here on a Sunday, just kind of having fun, talking about the shit that we did on Saturday.
Yeah.
Our first studio show, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And really getting into the meat and balls of the politics that have been going on the last week that we were really unable to cover. Yesterday. Duh. God. The fuck? Well, it threw me off. You're looking at our board. I was like,
yeah,
why are you looking at our
sorry.
board?
I was just checking out what everything meant. There's a couple new lights and stuff that.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's all fun.
It's fancy.
Love the fancy stuff.
I do too. Like when I go down on a guy, I really expect it to kind of have a little bit of bedazzled stuff going on.
Really?
Yeah, just like it doesn't have to be like.
Do you notice that with the persuasion of guy that you like to?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot. Is there a lot of black guys that like to sparkle?
You would be surprised.
Yeah.
Because they're really typically the hey ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
really and usually you just gotta ask. Just like, hey, could you just put a little stud right here? It feels really good going in.
Like
so.
you're a big fan of the chick from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, exactly.
Chick.
Right. Yeah. No. Exactly.
Yeah. Love her.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. Her. So I saw. Speaking of that, kind of speaking of that, the whole trans bathroom thing has been going off again like crazy.
Yeah.
Why? Who
Because
gives a fuck?
Well,
Why does anyone care?
About what?
What bathroom anyone's using?
I don't know.
Is someone not taking a shit on your chest? Why the fuck do you care where someone's shitting?
That's the thing. I don't know. And what I really don't get is they're like, oh, well, you belong in this bathroom, this bathroom. Well, what I don't think they've realized is these people get a sex change and they look different. So now you're essentially going to have a man walking around in a woman's bathroom.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, which are you going to feel more uncomfortable with? The fact that a past woman is sharing a bathroom with you, or the fact that you've got a man look-alike now? You're getting the same result. Whether you realize it or not, it's kind of the same result. You've still got the wrong-looking sex in the bathroom.
Do you feel like we could come together on something more closely if people were to... hear me out. I feel like it's not unreasonable to say that we should just have unisex bathrooms. That's my thought. We should just... I mean, I'm not a... Here's where I don't like the idea of it, is if I gotta poop and I go into the restroom, there's a bunch of girls. I don't want to take a shit in front of them.
Right.
Especially because they're loud and stinky and whatever.
But here's the thing.
But ultimately, no one's doing anything fun in there anyway.
Here's the thing.
No one's baking a cake in the toilet.
I was going to say, it's a public bathroom. When was the last time you went there for a party? Come on.
No, exactly.
Guys smell, girls smell. It's a public bathroom.
Yeah, the whole area down there is a sewage waste. I don't know why people are so amped up about it anyway.
I tell you what, if you had unisex bathrooms, there'd be less... Well, there aren't really any anyways in bathrooms, but there'd be a lot less child abductions.
Right.
I mean, hey, a guy's not going to go in there and steal a kid if there's a bunch of other women in there. Or a bunch of other men.
That's what they do. See what they should do.
Yeah.
Make child-only bathrooms.
Nice.
That's what... Right? No. But you get the...
A bunch of kids falling in the toilet and dying because they can't get out. Their parents aren't allowed in there.
Just one creepy guy standing back there. You go in there and he's got the suspenders and going bald.
Right.
Look, he's just ready for him.
The 70s glasses.
Yeah. Hey, Billy, how can I help you? I wish I could do any voice besides Alex Jones.
Yeah.
I haven't done enough Alex Jones, honestly.
Yeah.
Been a while since I've listened to him. But anyway, no, I just think and it would save money because we'd have one big bathroom,
right,
instead of two.
Oh, I know. And janitorial work would be easier. You don't have to clean 2 different bathrooms.
Yeah, but I think guys would also realize how dirty fucking women are.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been a janitor or cleaned women's bathrooms?
Yeah. Volunteer.
Oh, the red sack.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's in there.
Yeah.
It stinks.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be offensive to women, but holy fuck.
Yeah. We're not saying guys are exactly...
many of women, walk around like they're a prize to be gotten.
Ugh.
And, what is lingering between your legs literally smells like the back of someone's ear, like a homeless man's ear.
Tastes like it too. I know this from all my time in New York when I licked homeless people's ears.
Right. No, and I sound so anti-women and like, ew. I don't get that. Like the guys that are like, oh, I'm all about pussy. I just want to bury my face in pussy. I'm like,
why?
Well, for one, urine comes from a part of that area.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I mean, and there's a lot of women don't shave.
Yeah.
So like the urine, and the blood, and all that shit stuck in the hair.
Yeah.
You got your face down there, and there's the yeast infections. Holy shit.
Throat cancer?
Yeah, throat cancer.
Oh.
I don't know why. I mean, but yeah, they look at me weird if I'd be like, make a dick sucking joke.
Right.
I mean, ultimately, I feel like that's the better way to go.
There's no really like crevices and stuff.
No, not really. Not if you're cut.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot easier to clean.
Balls might kind of stink, but you know.
Yeah, but they're not hard to clean. Yeah, but they're not hard to clean.
No,
Just get in there and give it a good shag, and you're good.
Is that right? I mean, you know, I only clean
I've
always said it'd be easier if I were gay.
I
wish I were gay.
I typically only clean mine like once a month, maybe, but.
Well, and then your boyfriend helps you clean it out with the other couple.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, so what's the big deal?
Right. He likes to clean out the lint from my underwear that kind of deposits in my butt crack.
In your butt crack?
Yeah.
I hate that fucking lint, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Oh, shit.
Now, the other day, I was getting ready for a shower, like my butt cheek itched, so I scratched it, whatever, and I caught like a thread, because my underwear, that particular pair was kind of worn.
Yeah.
And it was, like the clump they kind of build up, and I pulled it, and I felt the thread in between my butt crack, and it like slid across. I was like, that feels so weird.
Have you ever...
It was at that moment I knew I'd never be gay.
Have you ever lived with a girl? Like, actually lived with a girl?
No.
Oh, Lord.
But
this happens so often, especially with the shower. You are wiping you're really scrubbing the old asshole. You got to get it good. And maybe a couple fingers go in and maybe maybe you're excited. But no, there'll be a point, like you'll feel like a hair and you're like pulling a hair out of your asshole. And you're like, did I eat the hair? Where did this hair come from? Like, I don't know. But most likely, it's because she was combing, or conditioning her hair and whatever, and it's all over the bath, the sink, and maybe on the scrubber or something.
Yeah. I don't know how many times.
Oh, that's such a weird, nasty feeling to pull a hair out of your asshole.
I don't know how many times that I've like taken my clothes off for the night, and like I just start to pull, and there's like a hair literally tangled around my dick.
Yes.
Like, and it's a long one. I'm like, okay, because this is when I had shorter hair. I'm like, this isn't mine. This was just like with my recent girlfriend, my ex. Because remember, I had pretty short hair. Yeah. It was kind of a high and tight type of deal.
Right. She didn't want to have long hair.
Right. So it definitely was not mine. It just kept coming. And I start to pull, and I'd have to stop because I'd like get a knot somewhere and like start to cut off circulation. I'm like, stop!
No, it's so fucking horrible.
I'm like, how though?
But on the opposite end, I don't want to be with a girl that has short hair. I can't do
either.
It. She's gotta have long hair. I'll pull it out of my asshole or out of my balls or whatever, but it's a weird feeling.
Why though? Why don't you want to be with a girl that has short hair?
I don't know. I have a thing for long hair though.
Me too.
I'm one of those guys. Like, one of the things I find so hot about Khaleesi from Game of Thrones is that long blonde hair. Like, super long past her ass. It's fake. I know that. Yeah. But
well, I need to go change my pants. So.
Right. Well, I had an orgasm.
Show's over.
Speaking of which, your orgasm. No, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I want to touch base on just a few things real quick. I just want to complain.
Okay.
First, I want to start off with Game of Thrones. It's our favorite show collectively. Yeah. We love watching it. We love to cuddle, eat some popcorn.
Exactly.
Maybe a little hand job, depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
And usually we'd be amping up for it to start about now.
Yep.
It'd be next month. It'd be starting.
It would be.
They have drawn it back even further now. I've heard August.
Yep. That is correct.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know.
I mean, it just kills me. And here's the other one that kills me. Rick and Morty.
I was about to say that.
Fucking Rick and Morty. Yes. I thought by mid-January, we would have new Rick and Morty.
When it was supposed to be.
Well, it was supposed to be in December.
Right, yeah.
But I thought mid-January for sure. We're in fucking March now, and not even a word about when it's coming out.
No.
F is for Family is gonna come out before then. Jim Norton's stand-up comes out on your birthday.
Yeah.
Did I say stand out?
No, you said stand up.
Ah, good. I really thought I said stand up. His comes out. Louis comes out like, I think, in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Maybe Mark Norman's comes out around. Like, all these guys, they've had less time to do this.
No, I know.
And
I'm
we
pissed.
literally, yeah.
I can't. You know what? I'm really worried though.
Yeah, I just want to say something. In the time, like, I remember when they said they were done with Rick and Morty and it just needed editing and whatever. That was like in November, I thought. And it might have been
December.
Well, no, because they said it would be done in that December. So the editing, I think, was done even in like November, October, maybe.
Yeah.
And Mark Norman did his stand-up. I know for sure because I listen to him. I love him. He's great. Cup the balls quite often with him. He did his stand-up in like mid-December. And they're already done with the editing on his like hour and a half. Like 30-minute editing. You can't do a show. Like, it's not even 30 minutes, like 22 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Sorry.
No,
Or sorry, South Park.
yeah.
They do that show in like 5 days.
Yeah, literally. I'm worried that it's gonna get to the point where they don't put out a season 3 for Rick and Morty.
I think they have to, though.
No, they don't have to.
Well, I mean, they've done all the work from what I understand.
That's what we thought.
Good point.
They said that it was supposed to be out in December because they just have to do editing.
I'll tell you what I worry about with that and like with Game of Thrones, especially with Game of Thrones, is I worry about them being gone too long and then no one gives a shit.
Right.
Like, it happens. I know, like, people, no, it's always going to... No, I mean, I remember Sopranos. Sopranos was huge. And then they took, like, a 2-year break. And it was great when it came back. Like, but not a lot of people watched it. A lot of people were fed up with it.
Yeah.
They got to be, like, the CW shows, the superhero shows.
Yeah.
Or The Walking Dead. Where they'll just... We're just pushing content out.
Right.
I don't know. That's me. I mean, and I think, like... We proved that doing this show, that, like, anytime we have an hour and we happen to be in the same area, which we're in the same area quite a bit, we're good friends outside of this show, we're just like, let's do a show. Let's more content. Like, when we start our Patreon page, those people are going to get so much free shit.
No, I know.
I mean,
right.
We'll have fun doing so. We'll have fun giving them personal messages and doing all sorts of fucking shit. That it makes me wonder, like, some of these people, like, why do you want... Don't you love doing what you're...
No, I know. I mean, I'm sure they got other stuff going on, too. But Game of Thrones and Rick and Morty, they're so big.
You shouldn't... Especially if it's Game of Thrones, you shouldn't have anything else going on. Like, nothing should be more important than Game of Thrones.
Right.
Like, it's the biggest show. I mean, but look, like, Westworld has apparently already dethroned it.
No pun intended.
Right. I mean, I haven't seen it all.
I haven't
We
seen
saw part of the first episode.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And it looked good.
Yeah, it does.
I've been curious to try to watch more of it. No, I'm sorry. I had to go off on a tangent on being annoyed about new content about stuff not coming out.
I question if it's really good enough to dethrone Game of Thrones. But
I wonder too. I'm gonna get in on it. I know I'm going, like, soon. I have to. I'm running out of shit to watch.
It's true.
I'm almost... And I like to have one of those kind of shows in my life, like a serious...
Do you?
45-minute long show to,
Yeah, is it serious, though?
Westworld? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it kind of is.
I mean, blood and rape and...
My favorite.
All sorts of good fun stuff that we all like jerking off to.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. I don't know, I mean...
I don't know. It sounds good. I hope it's good. I intend to watch it.
I like I like the time period of Game of Thrones, so it's a little bit
I was going to say I have a bias towards that.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I want to mention something too. We're talking about entertainment and shit. For Honor, I gave it a whole heaping lot of love.
Yeah.
And the Ubisoft software has been just taking a shit on everything.
Really?
Yeah, the servers aren't holding up or anything like that. So if anyone's angry about me saying get it, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to happen.
Huh.
Pissed off about it as well.
Really?
Yeah. You
What
can't
are
get,
they doing?
You can't
Are they
even
just
play
crashing?
a full game.
Why?
It just crashes in the middle.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's worse. Remember, like, Call of Duty back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about like that.
Oh, that's bad. And that sucks because that was going to be a big moneymaker.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
That's
fun.
what I've heard. I haven't played it, but...
Literally, like, I put like an hour into it just yesterday, and every
Really?
game kept crashing.
Really?
To the point where I was like, I'm not even playing this anymore. It's
That
pointless.
sucks.
Yeah, it really does. Because what they have is really good, but unable to keep it together.
Well, hopefully they'll get it fixed. I'm sure they will.
They
I'm sure
probably
it's-
will. It'll just be a long enough time down
Yeah.
there. Like, I've heard The Division is really good now.
Really?
But it's been so long since I played it, like, I don't want to go back.
But it wasn't
now.
also a really short game.
It's really long, apparently. And there's all sorts of patches and updates.
Oh, no, I was thinking of The Order.
Yeah, you're thinking
Yeah.
of The Order. No, this one is...
I don't know anything about The Division, I don't think.
It's like a third-person shooter.
Okay.
It takes place in basically New York, the day after Black Friday. Apparently, well, I think like maybe months after, sometime in Christmas.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. They release a virus through money, and so all of New York has got like this like disease, this virus killing people and shit.
Like a zombie thing? Or?
No, it's like a sickness thing, and like
Okay.
it's like a pandemic spreading across everywhere.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean the
So
whole
what's-
idea was cool. The thing that sucked about it was like you would get to a point like you could play all the way through it, and then like around like level 20 or 21, like it just got so incredibly hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you just die all. So
What do
people,
you do, though?
So people stop playing. It's like a sandbox game.
Okay.
You know,
So is it kind of like Dead Island or something?
kind of, yeah. In that
You just
in
run
that
around
same-
killing people, or?
Yeah, pretty much. There's people that are like spreading the virus. And
Yeah.
Then you're trying to work for the CDC to stop it from. Yeah,
Okay, that
So-
sounds cool.
it's a fun game. It was a fun game, but yeah,
How are the graphics?
pretty good.
Okay.
Good. But they just fucked up with the update. Like
Right.
they should have. Yeah. But aside from all the dork talk and all the good geek fun,
Right.
gaming crap. Just to kind of relate, you went to or private school, right?
I did.
And private school probably quite a bit better than public school, correct?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've heard about the fact that Trump wants to go with the child. It's like the child choice or the education, the choice that some bill he wants to pass. Where basically, here's how he presents it.
Okay.
Parents will have a choice to send their kid to public school or private school,
Which they already do.
which you're 100% right. And I think you hear that and you're like, well, fuck yeah, Trump's going to make my... Here's what happens, though, is so instead of public school being public, it becomes private as well.
Wait,
And,
what do you mean? How?
well, you can't just be super poor and throw your kid into it.
Okay.
You get a stipend, and from everything that I saw, you'll get about a fifth of what it costs to put your kid through school.
Then how do you put them through school?
You've got to cover the rest.
How? Like, here's the
You
thing.
gotta pay for
'cause,
it.
You know, I shit on public schools. I really do. My private school education, it was a good one for sure, but it wasn't cheap. It was like $8,000 a year.
Yeah.
But then I have friends that went to public school that they couldn't do it. Their families, there's no way.
No.
I mean,
That's
I'm not
expensive
saying
as
they're like
shit.
shitty people or something. It's just they can't
No,
afford
that's
it.
expensive. I mean, that's a
Um,
third of some people's income around here.
Right. So, what do you do with the families that can't afford to...
See what they would do, because I think per year it costs you to go to public school. It costs about $3,000 to $4,000.
But wait, it's not really private then, if you're getting government assistance.
Well, the way it'll work most likely is they give it directly to the family, like a card or something.
Like a WIC or something?
Kind of. And what they'll do, like public school costs about $3,000 to $4,000 a year to go through public school. Costs, I guess, about $8,000 for you to go to private school.
I don't think it even costs that much.
$8,000? You don't? Oh, I thought you just said $8,000.
No, public school.
Oh yeah. It costs quite a bit. I mean, when it's all said and done, there's a lot that goes into. I mean, you're paying for the building, the maintenance, the teachers, the books, all that garbage. But it does. It's between 3 to 4, depending. And there's some areas that it can be as high as $8,000.
Huh.
Yeah. But what he wants to do is like do a flat level. And everything that people have been saying is that stipend or whatever will be about $1,500 a year is what you'll be getting.
So then what about the other 3 to...
You got to make it up. You got to pay it yourself.
That's so stupid.
Like, it's just another way to like break down education, dumb us down as people, and create that rift between poor and rich.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're gonna have another like French Revolution, like another Bastille Day.
I feel like we will if we're not. If this kind of thing keeps happening. I mean, there will be a point where we'll be broadcasting, but from the bunkers of take up arms, brothers, and I mean, not that I'd want to. Honestly, I don't. I don't want a revolution of any sort.
No, nobody does, but
I'm as lazy.
Oh.
But I mean, if something like that happens, you almost have to.
Yeah, right.
But that's
insane. What do people see in this guy? Honestly.
He's making changes. He's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, they're just
Not
bad, rich changes.
Right, yeah.
Just where I'd like to say, like, we should be able to see his
Which is funny, because you know what? People like my parents who support him, it's gonna fuck him in the end.
Will it, though? I mean, they're pretty good.
Are they?
Well,
they're not rich.
Yeah, I guess they're not.
No.
Which is weird that you'd vote for someone to take care of rich people.
They're not poor, but here's the thing. The stuff that Trump wants to do, he's just going to take money away from the poor and the middle class.
Yeah.
It's all going to go to... It's going to make life harder for the middle class.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So, it's going to fuck them.
Yeah.
They're supporting their own...
But, I mean, your parents at least are lucky. As for a lot of old people and older people that voted for Trump, they're all kind of lucky because they don't have kids that they have to worry about.
Right.
They don't have, most of their insurance is going to be covered from the state, which they don't want people to be covered by that kind of insurance, but they can have it. That's fine. We can get Medicaid, but no one else should.
Well, you know why else they're lucky? Socialism.
They're very lucky because of socialism, even though they hate it.
Right, yeah.
But, being a firefighter, it's a socialist program. Being a cop, socialist program. A lot of good socialist programs we do.
Yeah.
I think what gets people scared about the socialist idea is that you are expected to do the job.
Right.
That, you know what I mean? But that's not how it works at all. You have this idea like, like you'd be Cody Firehose I don't know what your last name would be. Yeah. But yeah, you're going to be a firefighter like you're...
Like, like the military does.
And you have no choice. Yeah, kind of like how the military
I have a buddy who's in the Marines right now, and he wanted to be infantry, and he's a firefighter. You know why? Because they picked it for him. He didn't say, hey, I want to be infantry. They're like, nah, fuck you. You're going to be a firefighter. He likes it well enough, but he wanted to be infantry.
Yeah. That's what...
Who's really more socialist here?
That's a good point. It's a really good point.
The people who are afraid of socialism or the people who control our socialism? The people who fight for our freedom through socialism.
Well, and that's been my argument all along, is we pretty much already are socialist.
Yeah.
If we just go in on it, then maybe we have more options and we'll get more things funded in appropriate manner.
I'm not saying a fully socialist country.
No.
Fully socialist doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
On paper, it does. But I think
capitalism doesn't work either. But you can marry the two, and maybe.
And I think that's the thing that people didn't realize, especially with Bernie. Like they're like, oh no, he wants to make us a socialist country. So you look at Sweden. Sweden, they're socialists and they're succeeding, which they kind of are.
Wait, what?
Right?
They're only super rich, super hot, super healthy, super educated,
super hot.
They're like one of the smartest countries in the world.
Right, but they thought we were going to be a completely socialist country. That's not the case.
You're right, super hot.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
Battle of the Bands, high school. The Swedish exchange student, after I got up stage, was waiting outside because she just did a big play. And she was all excited and happy. And, like, you know that glee after you do something big? All about, like, hugging me and rubbing just biggest titties. I mean, it was so good. Anyway. Whenever I think Swedish, I think of her and I think, like, God, why didn't I ever make a move on that? Right. I should have.
Yeah.
She was kind of chubby. Not, like, super fat or anything like that. Kind of around your kind of girl.
Okay.
But just big old cans.
Nice.
Beautiful blonde hair.
Nice.
Yeah, and she was cultured and educated.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, why didn't I try?
Yeah.
I should have. Because she told me that, like, that night when, like, you know, I wish we'd gotten to know each other. I'm like, fuck! Fuck me. Fuck my stupid girlfriend at the time. I could have been balls deep in some Swedish meatball. I don't know. I got nothing. But yeah, anyway, yeah. I mean, no, being a socialist country, or like a half socialist country,
yeah, right,
would be a good thing.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
And they always mistake like National Socialism for like democratic socialism. There's such a big difference. This isn't World War II era.
I heard socialism in there.
Right, exactly.
Or communist
and
socialism. I fucking hate that. Like, well, you know, the socialist Nazis over there. Like,
right.
No. I think you fucked up a little bit.
Right. Not quite, bud.
Yeah. You got a couple. I know the letters. It's confusing.
Right. Yeah.
It's a C instead of an S.
Yeah. No.
Make it.
Jesus. I had a man tell me today, a full-grown man tell me today, that America is the only intelligent country in the world.
Yeah,
the only one.
Yeah. Oh. Amsterdam.
Right. Yeah. No. China.
Stupid.
China. You know, the people who study for 20 hours a day.
The people that make our phones.
Right. Yeah. People we're in debt to. We're so intelligent, but we're in debt to them.
Right. Did I tell you, though, that whole studying 20 hours a day, whatever, is not good?
No, it's definitely not.
Like, it doesn't actually help. It doesn't make you any more smart.
No, I know.
Like, Sweden, I think, is the country that figured it out.
Yeah.
You study, you have school for like a good 5 hours a day, 4, 5 hours a day, and that's all you need.
It should actually be less in school.
And
it should be like 5 to 6, really, because those extra couple hours, you'd be surprised how much it just kind of like wears you down. And whatever classes you have in those last 2 hours, you aren't really learning anything from because you're just thinking about how you want to go home.
Well, what they do is they do like a brief, like, history, English. Well, and they do foreign languages too. A lot of them are super bilingual.
Yeah.
Math, kind of brief little thing, and then they do like an hour or so, like shit you want to do, like any class you want to do, like guitar building. And shit like that is big. And then they'll go back with like one kind of semi-important class, and then you're done with your day.
Yep.
You're there for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
They're the smartest country in the world, though, to answer your friend.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Since we're the only intelligent one.
We are.
Which, by the way, this guy couldn't spell worth a damn. Oh, my God.
And we also, by the way, super religious, love family, but the only country that doesn't give women maternity leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like... But hey, we're all about family.
Right.
Even though, like places like Italy.
We're about family until it comes to women's rights.
Right, yeah. Fuck a woman, you know, they don't know anything.
Right.
They're pathetic. You know, I mean, that's the way we live. Oh, but by the way, about mothers, we all have mothers.
Stroke out there for a second.
We love, we've got grandmas. You know.
Supposedly we love them.
But fuck them.
We don't do anything for them.
No, not at all. We laugh at them, you know. Oh, isn't that cute? You have your little march. You're going to do something with that.
Right.
You know, fuck you. I don't know.
I like how...
I'm sick of that, like, that mentality, though.
No, and you know, as like I was telling you earlier, I can't blame other countries for hating America. You know, I don't care if you call me unpatriotic. Maybe I am.
Well, I think because... There's a group of us that knows we can be better.
Right, exactly.
And then the other group says, fuck you.
Right. You know, And
then there's a huge group, well, not a huge group, but then there's a part of our group that wants to, you know, they want Desitin on their little bottoms.
Right, yeah.
Safe spaces, and they fucking piss us off, too.
Right, no. I don't understand how we can be so, like, douchey Not just to every other country, but to ourselves. It's like, why are we so against people trying to help ourselves?
We are horrible to ourselves, yeah.
Like, why is it such a problem that people want to march? They're so quick to say, oh, well, there's no wage gap. You're just, there's nothing wrong. What are you actually marching for? Okay, why don't we just look at it?
You know?
Like,
you can outright prove that there is a wage gap. I mean, it's on numbers.
I don't understand why we're so quick to shut down any means to better ourselves.
That's like the whole thing, like, how many black bosses have you had?
0.
Right. That's a lot of people. I mean, have that same thing. I've never had a boss that was black. But yet you're telling me that they have just as many opportunities as white people?
Right. And they've done studies where, like, they send in resumes and same qualifications, but based on the name, it was like 75% of them that got hired were white.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, though,
same qualifications.
Black people, you know, I'll just say this a little bit. Maybe not name your kid Mochaccino, you know, whatever.
If you have a stupid name. Now, that's still not totally fair.
That's not nice and that's not fair. You're right.
Because it's like, well, you know, if he's got a master's in neuroscience and he's named Levante or whatever.
This is Levante. It's not even a bad name.
No,
if you're like,
I'm just pulling for straws here.
If you're like Donstra Prime Mediadon, you know, I don't know. You sound like a dinosaur.
Right, which it's not their fault. They didn't choose their name.
I'm La Optimus Prime.
Well, Optimus Primus.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no. But you know what? That's our generation too.
By the way,
our generation names our kids stupid names.
I got a question for you. Way off topic now. Did you ever listen to Primus?
Yeah.
What happened to them?
I think they just got old.
Like,
they're an old band. I mean,
I know, but it's
like Tool. Though you could say like, what happened to Tool?
They're putting out a new album.
Right. I mean, I think Primus still probably is.
I was gonna say because like, it feels like just a few years ago I was hearing a lot about Primus. I don't know why. It just feels like that, but like now it's...
I don't know. Primus was really big, like, in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like...
Which are alright.
Yeah. I mean, amazing bass player.
Yeah, for sure.
Bass player. But yeah, no, you are 100% right. We treat our women like shit, and I don't understand why. It's almost like a husband beating a wife kind of relationship that our women have, like our white women have with our country. They just, well, okay, this is where I belong. Mm-hmm. You know, so they vote for Trump. Right. So they don't vote for their own best interest. I don't understand why, and my girlfriend's mom is actually an example of this.
She's a very sweet old lady.
Old lady? I'm sure she'd like to hear that she's an old lady.
But, you know, she believes that the man is over the woman. And in certain ways,
believe that, though?
In certain ways, okay, maybe.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Really?
No, I mean, for one, if, like, okay, we have a whole bunch of paperwork, bills and shit like that. My wife's going to organize that way better than I will.
know.
Not to mention, if I'm sick or if the kid's sick or whatever, she knows more what's wrong than what I do. Right. And, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I was just going to say that in some ways, maybe you could make an argument for it. I'm more with you that, like, why does it matter? You know, a woman's going to be better at some things than I am.
Well, I think in our world now, women are a lot better, like, more useful. Because our use is our size and our strength. And
right.
Blah, blah, but you don't really need that anymore. We're
right.
becoming...
Yeah.
But, by the way, not anti-man, you can change who you are.
Right.
You know, stop being a Neanderthal and stuff. You know, because
right.
there's a lot of very progressive guys.
Right.
That, by the way, aren't about sucking dick and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like Alex Jones would like you to believe.
Right.
Oh, but, like, can be a good father.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You have all those other sides to you.
And it's like...
Like, why is that a bad thing?
Especially with, like, being the breadwinner of a family, why does it matter? If you're providing for your family, who cares who makes the money?
Yeah.
If I make...
No, my wife is totally the breadwinner in our family.
If I make $3,000 a year working at Sonic, and my wife makes $70,000 a year being a lawyer or whatever... I don't give a... I mean, obviously,
but you're watching the kid, you're cleaning,
right, exactly.
You're helping her out, you're
right.
helping her succeed, too.
I don't care who makes the money.
Yeah.
My family's being taken care of.
Right, right. And as long as everyone's happy...
Right.
Who cares? Like, That's the thing. Like, being a happy together family, that's the goal we need to try for anymore. Because that's the thing that doesn't happen. So many divorces, so many people willing to quit on their spouse and on their children and just be selfish. Yeah, that's the goal, I think. So now that we're done talking down to you guys, no, I'm kidding. I know you guys think the same thing as well. Most of you do, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to call it a show. We had a good one today.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks a lot, guys. We will try to be back quicker this time around. We had quite a long break, but we'll be back bugging you soon. Probably Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that.
Something like that.
Take care.